Hello, sir. Describe you to us.
Tom does everything.
People can also invest in
Yeah.
this business, right?
Where do you see this market within 3 and 5 years? How do you diversify it? How do you protect your investment?
Good questions.
All of this department is designers, and architects.
Exactly.
Because if you don't do it, he'll buy it as is.
A low price.
Explaining what Alpha X RE.
Yeah.
What the lowest price to get this ADU?
ADU you can build some as low as 150K.
Some tech companies get automation right now. How long does it take you from start to finish to get something approved as an ADU?
3 weeks.
Is it legal?
Yeah. Yes.
So today we are here at Alpha X RE Capital, about to meet with Tom Tran, developer and flipper in the Bay Area, also known as Tom the Builder, or Thomas the Builder. He doesn't know we're coming just yet. We haven't mic'd him up. This is a new format on the channel. We want to keep it very organic, unprepared, and we're just gonna go in and say hi.
It's gonna be podcast, so keep it up.
Real life scenario. You can see he's always working. Hello, sir. Is this where Thomas the Builder resides?
Yes.
Good
This
to
is
see you,
our
man.
headquarters. Welcome.
We wanted a real life
real life footage.
footage
Yeah.
of what it's like.
Yeah,
We walk in, you're working,
this
of
is
course.
It's a headquarters. It's kind of open office concept. Yeah. So we have small offices, but everyone kind of.
So Tom, you're known as someone who is flipping houses, developing houses. But if we would ask 3 of your friends, closest friends, describe you to us, what would they say?
They'll say Tom does everything. Tom does everything, but primarily in real estate development. So we'll narrow it down to real estate development, single family specifically.
Okay.
So real estate development, single family. We do some real estate work here and there with buyers and sellers, but not too much. Our primary focus is still buying properties.
Not so much for investors anymore, but for your business, but people can also invest in
Yeah.
this business, right?
So anyone can join our deals. So we have a very open model.
Okay.
So anyone can invest with us too. And then we like to teach people how to invest as well. So we teach people how to add value to their house. So one is simple way, just fix it up really nice, that increase your home value. But what if you extend your house? That can increase your home value by another $1 million. Yeah, for example, just 500 square feet addition can push up your value almost like 800, 900K
Not
in
bad.
any area of the Bay Area. Yeah.
And that's why I wanted to talk to you to get about ins and outs on investment and
Yeah.
what you can get potentially back as ROI.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely dive in more on it.
Yeah.
Before we go in that, tell us where we are.
Yeah, welcome
What is
to
this place?
Cupertino. This is our new headquarters, Cupertino. It took us a long time to get here. It looks easy because we just moved in and all that, but we started off with a small office, 1,000 square feet, and then 2,000 square feet, and then 5,000 square feet, and now we're at almost 10,000 square feet office. So this is 5 years in the making.
That's an
This is-
impressive projection right
Yeah,
there.
yeah, 5 years in the making.
I like this slogan. You know?
Exactly. When I was rising, I was growing bigger and bigger, and we're still in need of a bigger space because our team's so big. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead.
How much you are in this market?
I've been doing real estate for 15 years. I started as a real estate agent, so that's a great way to start as a real estate agent because you understand contracts, things like that, and negotiating and how to talk to people. So I love that warm up. That's what I call the warm up.
Since I'm recently came to Bay Area and I'm, from the angle perspective of investors who
Yeah.
look into this market from outside of the United States, from
Yeah.
different pieces of this world like
Yeah.
Bali, I don't know, Ukraine, Europe,
Yeah.
who's willing to invest in this area.
Right.
What would you suggest them to, to check first of all before entering to the deal, to this market?
Yeah.
What would you say, like top 3 things?
Yeah. Top 3 things: just location, and then do you have land? And schools, yeah, you can add some schools in there, but that's what people are looking for. Location. What is location? Is it by 280? This is by 280 right here. The highest demand areas of the Bay Area is by 280, right? There's Palo Alto, Menlo Park, Cupertino. Anything by 280 is expensive. And then second is land. Land. What does that mean? Land. Do you have a nice big lot? Because California allows you to SB9 your lot now, so you can split your lot in half, turn into 2 lots,
And build ADU.
and build a house and an ADU. See,
So you can have 2 houses with two
ADUs.
ADUs.
Yeah, one lot can turn into 4 units. Isn't that amazing? One lot can turn into 4 units, but you have to have land. See,
Right.
so location, land, and schools. Does your area have good schools? That's all people are looking for, because private school is very expensive. Private school is like $3,000, right, per child. So they'll rather spend money in a more expensive house than pay for private school.
Because you pay for schools either through your mortgage or
Yeah.
directly for a private school.
Exactly,
So you would
exactly.
rather pay more for mortgage and have a
Yeah.
better house
Right.
than pay out of pocket for private
Yeah,
school.
exactly. And your house in a nice area can appreciate. So we see high appreciation in the Bay Area, crazy appreciation. Just even in 1 year appreciation. We've seen houses in like, let's say Palo Alto goes from 2 million to 3 million. Our friend just sold one in Cupertino. They bought it for 2 million, sold it for 5 million. That is crazy appreciation in the last couple years.
There's only a few places in the world
Yeah.
where something like this is possible.
Yeah, it never happens. It could happen, but not this fast. I don't think anywhere in the United States can appreciate this fast because we have everything buyers are looking for. We have the location, great weather. We have the land. How many places in the United States has a backyard? That's expensive. You think about that.
Yeah.
Maybe LA, Beverly Hills.
Probably.
Yeah, so Bay Area and Beverly Hills, those are two top markets with land. Not many areas have land that are expensive. New York is expensive, but that's a whole nother level. That's like penthouses,
Yeah.
buildings. It's very different. Yeah, we have location.
The
and
most
land.
expensive dirt in the world.
Yeah, yeah,
It's
exactly.
here.
It's here. It's here.
Is it safe location in terms of investing? Because I see the metrics and it shows like 2008, which was a global crisis.
Yeah,
This market, particularly let's say Palo Alto,
yeah.
has just dropped a little bit, like 5-10%.
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
what do you-
during the worst foreclosure crash, Palo Alto barely dropped, maybe like 10, 15, because those homeowners already have money. They don't need to sell, right? So Palo Alto, Atherton, Menlo Park, they don't need to sell. But everywhere else got affected. See, everywhere got affected.
Big difference.
Yeah, big difference. Yeah.
Would you mind showing more about your
Oh
company?
yeah, let's come into the office. Yeah, let's check it out. So we want to bring in all departments and partners and agents. So this is all of our companies combined together. If you look at that board, it looks like a lot going on. But to simplify it, we'll break it down to three things. What we do. One is we invest in real estate, right? That's one. Two is we service the real estate, which architects, structural, civil, we have all the in-house. And then three is the supply chain for materials. So we have all that in-house.
So you have in-house vendors that supply materials for your projects,
Right.
but also I can go in and buy materials for
For the
myself.
public, exactly. So we want to share that resources to the public. So we opened up Costa Cabinet for that purpose because we're doing 100 kitchens a year. So if we're doing 100 kitchens a year, we can buy 100 kitchens at once, bulk pricing, and then we share that cost with everyone around us.
Please, Tony, tell us, our viewers, what are your top offers you have in your company, as for investors, as for home buyers, I don't know.
Yeah.
What are the top offers you have?
So we pay our investors 10% return interest
On the deal or?
on the loan amount. So kind of like a lender, like a loan, like a hardware loan. So let's say 100K, 10% is 10,000 a year. So people like that residual passive interest, and they get to join in and kind of learn the whole overall operation. I think that's where the value is. People want to learn more.
So someone watching this could become a private lender by investing in one of the projects, right? And get passive income of 10% annually.
Yeah, annually.
But also get the inside peek into the progress, see the spreadsheets, and see how their investment is doing.
Exactly.
So they could increase in next time, maybe not invest in it partially, but invest into full project.
That's right. Start small to gain the knowledge so that we push everyone to buy their own house and then extend the house. That way you push the value. So investors have to start somewhere to kind of learn. And then after they see all this, they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. We just get permits, extend it out, and then now confident they can do it on their own. So our goal is to push everyone to do it.
What are the amounts you're working with? Like, can I enter with 50,000 or 500,000? What the minimum amount?
The minimum is about 50K.
50K.
Yeah, minimum is about 50K. So
my guess was right.
Yeah, so anyone can invest and learn, but the key is education. So it's not so much about the money, but when you have money in something, you feel more committed. So
the rate you offer, is it hard fixed? You just guarantee it, or it's fluctuates, depends on some condition? How it works?
We're pretty consistent. Even if we lose money, we'll still pay the return. Yeah.
So how do you diversify it? How do you kind of hedge your funding? How do you protect your investment?
Good question. So if you look at all of our projects, we have flipping for quick flip.
Okay.
We have the additions to kind of get the appreciation gain. We have new builds for appreciation. and then we have the rental department. So we're building a lot of ADUs for the rental departments. So we're having a little bit each. So we have your short term and long term, and then you have some rentals in the background too. Yeah, so that's all of our portfolio right there.
So I would
Yeah.
assume that new builds probably make the most money,
Yeah,
but
it
also
takes
take the longest
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
So there is this, you need to find the equilibrium
Yeah.
of making money
Right.
as soon as possible, and that's why you have to have
Flips.
smaller projects flip that feed the bigger projects.
Yes, exactly. Yes,
Okay.
so small, medium, large. That's how we break it up. Small, medium, large. Quick flips, and then additions, and then new builds. Yeah, small, medium, large.
So that's the most kind of tasty, cake, piece of cake, which I was trying to ask you
Yeah.
regarding flipping. So many people heard that America, United States, and Bay Area particularly are highly, kind of competitive in terms of flipping, but at the same time are so interesting for the investors. So tell us about this a little bit more.
Yeah.
Is it easy to get into? Like, what are the prerequisites to find a good deal? Is it off market, on market?
Yeah.
Like, how does it work?
It's not easy to get in because you need a lot of capital, you need connections to find the deals.
If it would be easy, everyone would do it.
Yeah, but it's possible because we've seen a lot of homeowner flips too, where they buy a house in a nice area, and then they live there for a year or two, and then they sell it million over. That can only happen in the Bay Area. We see that happen all the time. Fremont.
How do you resolve this?
Yeah, how do we resolve this?
Yeah, how do you find in these deals?
Yeah.
How do you make it that happen? This is part of your business as far as I understand.
Yeah, so we network with everyone. We network with agents, we network with wholesalers, we network with flippers, we network with everyone to try to find opportunities. And then we partner up with everyone as well.
We have a tons of questions, as you can see.
Yeah.
But I think we interrupted you when you were explaining what Alpha X RE
Oh, yeah.
is in the first place, because you talk a lot about vertical integration, right? Someone may not know what the heck the vertical integration is.
Yeah.
And I think you just started explaining when you run multiple companies at the same time that complete each other and help each other.
Exactly. Yeah, so think of it as a family of companies that can support each other, because we all need similar things. We need architects, we need materials, we need things like that. I'll show you guys around so you guys familiar.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so the whole concept is to have everything in-house. I guess Apple, so if you look at Apple, they use their own products. They use their own equipment, they use their own technology like that. We're trying to bring all the resources in-house. Yeah, so everything's smoother. So you look at our architect team on this side, there's like 30 designers always working on floor plans ready to go.
So all of this department is designers and architects?
Exactly. And
I was thinking, sorry to interrupt you. I was thinking it is more of a sales team, or someone.
Yeah, they're really good. So structural, civil, everything we need is here available.
The size is amazing.
Yeah, it's a lot of manpower, a lot of brains, right? A lot of manpower and brains, because we're running around trying to get deals, opportunities. We can't. It's hard to focus. But yeah, and then we have in-house construction too. It helps. Yeah.
Do I correctly understand your team does kind of work for your clients? I mean, in terms of searching for the right deal, off or on the market, trying to resolve all those paperwork, permits, project plan, architectural plan, finding the right subcontractors, contractors, finding the right materials, and all that stuff all together, or?
Yeah, we want to do that as a partnership service, not so much as a public service, because we're working on our own projects. We'll do all the paperwork for the SM9, we'll build the house, and then we'll sell it together. So we'll create value with the owner. Yeah, so not so much of a service, if that makes sense.
Yes, I understand.
A partnership service.
So your client that is looking to buy a house with a lot on it could work with you to buy it, and then work with you to get permits, and then have the construction done with all the designs without ever leaving this building.
Exactly. Everything's here.
I saw you on YouTube channel. You're pretty have a big audience. Tell us about it a little bit.
We like to share people the opportunity. Everyone can do it. You don't need to do a lot like us. If you see everything that we're building, it's a lot, but you don't have to do a lot. Just start off with one project. So maybe buy a fixture, live in it a couple of years, sell it tax free. While you're living there, extend it. So we're telling everyone, just do one at a time. Make it your primary house. Yeah, one at a time, and then it'll grow to more. Yeah, the values are crazy. So going back to examples where people buy $1 million, just 2 years ago, they just bought for $1.4 million, lived there for 2 years, Now it's sitting like 2 million, 2.2.
And they can get the capital gains.
And they get capital gains
Right off.
tax-free.
If I were a seller of the house
Yeah.
who is, don't know anything about markets, but are willing to upgrade the house where I'm living, what would you suggest me to do?
Fix everything. Put in 100K, 150, because buyers would way more when that's all fixed up.
You suggest to fix it before selling?
Yeah. We always recommend fixing it
Because if you don't do it, he'll buy it as is.
at lower price.
At lower
You're gonna be
price.
a
And
flipper.
he's going to
Yeah,
do it, and
exactly.
he's going to sell it.
Yeah.
So it's really a matter of if you as a seller have money,
Yeah.
you do it yourself. If you don't have money, sell it as is, someone else is going to do it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So-
let's go. Let's go to other departments. Yes. Let's go upstairs, and so we'll show the room where we're gonna have a lot of training. We're gonna have a lot of training for the public, all different subjects. So we're gonna talk about ADUs. We're gonna talk about new construction. We're gonna talk about SB9 because there's so much to learn. At the same time, it's all the same topics. It's still a house and land. Now you just have to learn the building codes and things like that.
Do you have a showroom here, or is that a separate location?
A separate, yeah. So this is the office headquarter, but we have the Casa Cabinet store open to the public
Okay.
for materials. That's 101 North San Jose. And then we have a warehouse, North San Jose, where we have a sample ADU that people can see.
That's where we're going to meet you the next time, because
Yeah.
ADU is a whole other topic
Yeah.
that I want to discuss with you. Probably worth a separate video.
Yes, there's a lot to talk about.
Because it
ADUs.
looks like you are about to dominate
Yeah.
the Bay Area ADU market.
Yeah, ADU is very fascinating because you can do a lot. Think about this. It costs you 300K to build an ADU. How much can you rent it for? Like 3,500 bucks. So where can you get that 1% rule, right? Investors always look for that 1% rule. You have to go out of state. But now we can get that in the Bay Area.
Oh, wow.
And
What the entry amount to this market?
yeah.
What the lowest price to get this ADU?
ADU you can build some as low as 150K. 150K.
In Bay Area?
In Bay Area,
150K. Guys,
Yeah.
it's unbelievable.
So when you
Yeah.
used to have to buy a 1 or 2 bedroom here, and you calculate the cash flow,
Yeah.
it doesn't make any
It doesn't
sense.
cash flow.
Because you spend 7, 8, 900K on it, and then you're gonna rent it out for 3,000 to 4,000 depending on the location.
Yeah,
The numbers don't really work out.
that's right.
But if you don't have to go to another state for numbers to work out,
Yeah.
you can only go into your backyard.
Yes, and it increases your home value. So a lot of benefits.
Less land, more
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
more people get burned.
Exactly.
So-
Exactly. Yeah. How do we all provide housing for everyone around us? Even our employees and partners, they need housing. Everyone needs housing.
You put them in ADUs too?
Exactly. Yeah. ADUs is the most cost-effective approach because let's say that we have a house already, then we put an ADU in the back and turn it into 2, or we can find big land that we can build 2 houses and an ADU. So we turn 1 land into 4 units to house 4 families. Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
Things like this get me fired up.
Yes. So
I see the potential in it.
when we look at real estate, we think money's great, yes, but what is the real reason why we're doing it? The bigger purpose, and how can we share this? Because the reason why we can build low is because we built the supply chains. We have architects, contractors, materials. What is the biggest obstacle with building a house in the Bay Area? What do people say?
Permits.
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 Contractors.
Contractors charge too much.
Good
Materials are
contractors.
too expensive.
And wait till you hear this. How long does it take you from start to finish to get something approved as an ADU?
3 weeks in San
3
Jose.
weeks.
Yeah, 3 weeks. We can get permits approved in 3 weeks because we have pre-approved floor plans with the city of San Jose. So
Are you focusing only on San Jose or any other?
the whole Bay Area is good, but San Jose is the easiest to work with so far. First, to condomize the ADU. So going back to the idea of affordable housing. Let's say it costs us 300K to build. What does a mobile home cost nowadays to buy?
It's about 300K.
About 300K. So if you have 300K, would you buy a mobile home or build an ADU in your
ADU.
It's a
family's
no-brainer.
backyard?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can condomize it so you can separate it and sell it in the future if you ever wanted to. So how much would a 3-bedroom, 2-bath ADU sell for 1,000 square feet? That's like a house anyway. Yeah, how much would that sell for 1,000 square feet
As a separate.
as a separate unit, like a house?
In some areas, could be a million.
It could be a million.
A thousand.
Yeah, at least
I would say
700,
as
yeah.
high as a million, as low as 650, 700K.
Exactly, because even a condo is already hitting 600. A condo anywhere in San Jose is hitting 600.
And it's a huge but.
Yeah.
You don't have HOA.
Yes.
And you don't have space rent.
Yes.
As you would with the. You can buy something for 300K. You're still gonna pay $1,500 a month for land that you don't own.
Yeah.
Is it legal?
Yeah. San Jose allows you to split it and sell it now. San Jose is the first city to adopt that. And then next would be Sunnyvale.
I've heard about it, that you can now sell independent ADU.
Yeah, so imagine when every city in the Bay Area allows that. Yeah.
Would it then be classified as a single family or still be ADU?
It'll probably be considered a single family with the HOA. Because you have to share HOA with the front guy.
Yeah. There still has to be some kind of maintenance fee or whatnot, and someone still owns. It's it's uncharted territory.
Yeah.
We haven't been here before, so it's still being structured.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah.
Question for you: what are your business bottleneck at the moment? Which is the point of your business will grow exponentially? Do you?
With high growth, you always need more people. Yeah, because we're doing volume. Everything is volume, right? 100 flips a year, maybe 100 ADUs, maybe like 100 new builds. So
people for doing what exactly?
Skilled, high-level skilled people that can read through the permits and push permits approved and kind of manage people because it's a very labor-intensive type of investment still. Yeah. We still have to go to the job sites, make sure everything's okay. We still have to read the floor plans. We still have to read the building codes. It's not like a technology company where a lot of the coding and software can take it over. This is all people talking to the city, talking to investors, talking to the contractors. Yeah.
So you won't automate this part of a business.
Was that?
How some tech companies get automation right now.
Yeah.
There is no way you can automate.
It's hard to automate
this process.
Yeah, it's very hard. A lot of builders try to do it, but it's very difficult. It's still a very brick and mortar type of business. There's a lot of logistics, right? You need the actual material to the site, right? And then someone actually has to install it.
Does those people need to be on site or offshore?
We do have a lot of offshore helpers as well, but they can only do digital things.
Yeah.
They can't pick up this floor and deliver it. So we need people to install it. We need people always on the property, and they're all in different areas, right? Tech companies, they're all in one space, right? They're very efficient.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Even like a hospital, very efficient, but we're spread out in multiple cities, different rules, different everything. Yeah.
From the investment standpoint of view, again, you said you have an offer for 10% return a year. Are there any other offers which could be more interested but more risky at the same time?
Yeah, the partnerships are more interesting. So people want to do partnerships. If they have a piece of property that they want to extend, those are more interesting because we can make more together. We can do like a joint venture agreement with the owner to extend their house or build a house too.
Because in this case, you don't just invest money as a private investor, right? If you go as a 50-50 partner on the project, you go in with a 50-50 investment.
Yeah.
So now you need to bring half of the equity into the house in order to become that partner. Is it 50-50 or is it varies by project?
It varies, but usually 50-50 format.
Okay.
Yeah, 50-50 format.
Very
Since they're providing the house, we provide the construction and all the money and all that. So we're both contributing to the deal. Yeah.
What about the contractors?
Yeah.
How do you find their level of service, like sufficient of a good contractor, subcontractor?
Yeah.
How do you manage this?
It's trial and error. So that's another thing that can't be automated. You get a list of 100 contractors, you still have to try them out to see if they're good. There's no way you'll know if they're good or not. You just have to try them. Yeah. And
Probably several times.
Probably several times. And sometimes they lose consistency. They get busy. So construction is hard to automate unless you have like your own workforce, a whole bunch of guys, right? Yeah, which we do have some of our own workforce, but there's still not enough guys to complete all the project. We have to get subs to help us. Yeah, the subs are always faster because they're more skilled. They do the same thing every day. Roofing or electrical, they do it every day. Yeah.
So are your company more focusing on working with subcontractors or general contractors?
We like subcontractors, yeah. They're much better because a contractor just hire a subcontractor anyways. Yeah. So you don't need to hire a contractor to hire the sub for you.
So why have the middleman?
Yeah, exactly. Just go straight to the sub. That's how builders do it. That's how KB Homes do it. They're all working with the subs directly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense, totally.
Yeah. How to add value, and there's different strategy. Do you want long term? Everything in real estate is long term play. Yeah, flipping is good. We track all the flips every day. You guys see the flips? Some guy just flipped one in Union City. He bought it from 1.5, sold it for 2.3. That's amazing. In like 4
What was
months.
the timeline?
Like 4 or 5 months. Just saw that in Union City. Just saw one in Santa Clara. They bought it 1.5, sold 2.2. That's another maybe a couple $100K net. So those are the flipping. Those are exciting, right? But it's hard to find those. So you have to find ways to force the value, which is additions and ADUs. ADUs are really going to be good for rentals and all that.
So to sum it up, you start with a flip, preferably your primary residence, something you can actually move into and leverage the capital gains. Then you buy something that has room for addition as your next project.
Right.
After you make money there, then you can consider doing a few more of these, or if you were bold enough, start a brand new development from the ground up.
Yeah.
Different kind of investment, different kind of returns.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then keep looking for properties where you can add ADUs and rent them out for cash flow.
Exactly.
And now you have 4 different sources of income at least.
Yeah.
I'm not even talking about holding and selling and letting the equity build and HELOCs. And there are so many things you can
There's a lot of
do
things
to
to
play
leverage
with
your
it.
house. Yeah. So just start with one. And it doesn't have to be Bay Area. It could be in the outer skirts. It could be like...
Which district, for example?
Yeah, so like East Bay, let's say like Hayward, Concord, Water Creek, Danville, you kind of stretch it out. Where else? We've seen prices go up in like Morgan Hill, Gilroy.
Even there.
Yeah, even there. So you buy low. It doesn't appreciate like crazy, but there's some appreciation. Yeah, some of the flips we bought in Gilroy, we bought it for like 500. We sold it for 800. We thought that was good. Then now it's hitting like $1 million. See, so just hold everything. Hold everything 5-10 years. It's always gonna appreciate.
How many deals did you make overall for all your career here?
We probably did over 100 flips already. We did a whole bunch in Sacramento back then, maybe like 30, 40, and then some here. And then we do partnership flips with other flippers. We product manage. So I kind of lost counts. I just say 100 plus because I don't even know anymore. Yeah, I don't even count.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah, it's hard to count because every day we have about 10 we're working on. So.
And how much capital does your company manage?
Yeah, it's interesting because we leverage with hard money. So capital wise, let's say like 200 million actual capital, but then we leverage that with hard money and financing. Yeah, so 200 million is for cash, for down payment, repairs, holding costs. Some of the properties we hold too. Yeah, so, but then that's money raised from investors and everyone. It's not,
I think you wish you could hold all of them.
Yeah.
But then there is a problem of cash flow,
Exactly.
and you need more money for the new. So you kind of have to sacrifice a piece of a pie. Probably some of the flips you bought back then in the beginning of your career in Sacramento, you sold them.
Right.
They probably appreciated quite a bit after you sold them.
Exactly.
But then you wouldn't have
But how do you know? See?
liquidity for the new deals.
Now.
So it's always juggling.
Yeah. So I was juggling and try to get the most return. Yeah, so let's see how the market holds itself, because this year is the highest price we ever seen in real estate in the Bay Area. It has never hit this high.
Uncharted territory.
It's 2 million. Berryessa is hitting 3 million sometimes. Yeah, it's crazy.
Where do you see this market within 3 and 5 years from your experience?
I think it's gonna hold because the last 5 years, I came up thinking, it's gonna crash too, right? I was thinking, it can't.
Beginning of 2021 was a little scary.
There's some dips, but then it picks right back up. Yeah, there were a lot of dips, and it dropped by like 10%, 50%, but then it went right back up. So those dips were good.
So if you were enter the deal, would you enter it right now or to wait a little bit?
Yeah, it's always a good time to invest. It's always a good time if you get a good deal, see? Yeah, we can never stop buying houses, right?
So it's not depend on the market, it's more depend on the deal itself.
Yeah.
Understand.
Yeah. In the hottest market, you can find a deal. It's just harder.
Yeah, like right now, yeah.
What about the political things which are happening right now?
It affects us, but not that much because the demand is so high. Even though interest rate goes up and down, people are still buying. So just like the last quarter, right? Interest rate is still 7.5. People are still buying. Even last quarter 4 is expensive.
You know what scares me?
Yeah.
If the economy does worsen,
Yeah.
that typically leads to lower interest rates. What will lower interest rates do to the Bay Area market that already feels like a bubble?
Yeah.
This bubble is going to feel like nothing comparison and what's going to come.
Yeah. As soon as the interest rate drop, buyers go crazy again. They're going to start refinancing.
1 point drop is going to lead to double-digit multiple offers again.
Exactly.
What do you guys think about entering to the deals for real estate deals to get them in long-term rent or short-term rent?
Yeah.
And manage this as a business?
Yeah. We like rentals, but how do you cash flow? It's hard to cash flow in the area. So you have to force the cash flow by building, like earlier, 2 ADUs. See, so that's your cash flow. But you have to have something ready. If you buy a house right now, you gotta buy the house. That's like $1 million something. That's like 7,000-8,000 payment a month. It's not gonna cash flow. So you have to add in the ADU units or convert the garage.
Is there a limit on how many ADUs you can? You cannot buy an acre and just fill it up with ADUs.
No, San Diego. I heard San Diego have like 40 ADUs. San Diego is very aggressive on ADUs.
Because you would think that's gonna help the housing if you allow people to do that and just separate into their mini lots and more people can afford housing.
Yeah. That's the idea, but most people actually don't like that because infrastructure, parking, things like that. There's other issues that happen when too much people in one place.
So to understand our viewers, for me to get entry to the good IDU deal, I have to buy what I need. What the prerequisites is? I have to buy.
You need a house with a lot.
House with a lot, right?
5,000 to 6,000 square feet is good enough lot size to build an ADU.
Okay.
Yeah. Or ask everyone you know and say, hey, look. I can build an ADU for $300K. We can rent it together. There's a lot of people you probably know that owns houses, and they just throw it out there and say, "Hey, look, I'll get the $300K. I will build an ADU. We can rent it out, and then we can figure out how to partner up on that."
And as far as I heard, there is an opportunity to have money lender, like hard money or loan or something, or you.
ADU is tricky because there's no financing product for that. You just have to borrow money here.
You can use mortgage for ADU.
And
or
how money?
HELOC.
Either.
Or maybe get a HELOC if there's equity in the house. Get a HELOC. And then use that to
reinvest to build ADU.
If someone doesn't know what HELOC is when you use your house as a credit card. The equity that it accumulated, you tap into that equity, so you increase your loan, but now you have cash that you can use. And one of the ways, if you have a house that appreciated, you want to build ADU, you don't have money, you use HELOC, and you use that money to build an ADU. And then you cash flow and pay off the HELOC.
Leverage.
How much you guys pay for this rental if it's not a corporate secret?
This one we actually bought. So
really?
One is
well done. So how many can you fit in here?
Probably 15.
15?
Yeah, just like the neighbor across the street. It's the same setup.
Tell us about this offer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, ADUs. My favorite topic, ADUs. So we've been ADUs. We have 5 floor plans. They are pre-approved City of San Jose. And our price right now is the most competitive, $300 price per square feet compared to other builders. If you ask any builder right now, what is the price to build per square feet? They're gonna say 400 and up. And that
sounds about right.
Finishing. We include everything. Foundation.
So
up to 50K off too.
I just wanted to thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, that means that you probably find this content valuable. If you like the new format and want to see more interviews with local Bay Area entrepreneurs and find out how they made their money, so you too can learn how to invest your money, the best way to let me know is to leave a like under this video. And if this video gets 50 likes, we'll bring Tom back at Apex Homes and we'll show you exactly what those ADUs look like. And if you decide to build an ADU in your backyard this spring, when you reach out to Apex Homes, use a promo code Westbrook to get up to $50,000 off. Not bad for 30 minutes, right? This offer expires on July 1st. So just so potential viewers understand the big deal of the 4 weeks processing time, if I want to build my custom, I don't want to use any of these plans, how long is that going to take me?
Maybe 3 to 6 months or even longer because it's all new. If someone uses their own plans, then they have to start from scratch. They have to think about it, put in all the notes. So maybe 3 to 6 months at least.
Big difference.
Yeah, to get approved.
So why not use with these
Yeah, exactly.
that are already pretty much. So we have 5 here, right? Which one is your best seller, you would say?
The best seller is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath because it's 749 square feet.
This one.
And it's very cost effective. So that's
248.
yeah, about $250,000, and then you can rent that for like 2,800, 3,000. Because 2-bedroom, 2-bath.
So it does create a good cash flow, right?
Good cash flow, and you don't pay impact fees. Impact fees are like 25,000 average per city. Some cities impact fees are $50,000. So anytime you build over 750, you have to pay impact fees. So imagine your impact fee is $50,000 in some cities.
There is nothing you can buy in the Bay Area.
For this price.
Exactly.
2-bedroom, 2-bath at a condo or townhouse
Yeah.
that can cash flow as much as this.
Right, and this is brand new, ground up construction, stick build. This is not prefab or anything like that.
And it's your own property, right?
Yeah, it's on your own property. Exactly.
Which will belong to you forever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is what makes difference to Bali, for example, because some investors in Bali invest their money in the country which is, have no real regulations, which is monarchy.
Right.
And the land will never belong to you. It's only in rent for you
lease,
for
right?
50 years in lease, or 100 maximum, 100 years, which is expired at some point of time. But here in the area, the same level of investment, like $250,000, you're gonna get the house in Bay Area where you can live or rent it out.
Yeah.
And then guess what? When it's time to sell the house, you sell it with ADU, and it already has the value. It can be potentially sold as a running business already. You can sell it with a tenant in place.
Yeah.
And for how much the market is growing every year, pretty much.
For appreciation,
Yeah, for the market in general, average, median.
5 to 10%, but we've seen some
5,
crazy
10%.
numbers like 30%, 40%.
5-10%.
Yeah, in the Bay Area in like 1 year.
Yeah.
From flippers. Yeah, we've seen it. Yeah.
So it's like in 10 years, it could be super protected investment in 20 years, multiplied twice,
So I feel like we have a lot of questions
Thank you so
answered.
much.
Thank you very much for value.
Yeah.
And to leave it on a cliffhanger, we're not asking for much. 50 likes. If this video gets 50 likes, we're gonna take you to ADUs and get a personal tour of the showroom and see what those ADUs actually look like. So you can consider whether it makes sense for you to build something like that in your backyard.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Thank you
good
for
questions. Yeah.
answering the questions.
Yeah. Yep. That was fun. See you guys soon.
Bye-bye.